it's Sam. So I recently had someone ask me if I could do like an updated microblading brow video, because I've now had my eyebrows microbladed for, I don't even know actually how long it's been. Let me just look up when I first did my video, because I don't actually know. I think it's been over a year, but time, it's sneaky. And so sometimes I think it's been longer or shorter, and then I'm like, oh dang. So let me just look it up real quick. August 15th, 2016. So it's been just over a year. It's been a year and 2 months since I first got it done. I know that I had a retouch, like I think it was like 6 to 8 weeks after. So this is what my eyebrows currently look like, but this is with eyebrow pen, whatever you want to call it, on my face, because they have now faded. And I am going to do a clip of me with no makeup, no eyebrows, no nothing on my face, so that you guys can see exactly what they look like. When I went to my girl, she had mentioned that it really depends on people, but apparently when you have oily skin, your oil like pushes out the ink or the pigment or whatever it's called out of your face a lot sooner than people that have normal to dry skin. So some people can go a year, some people can go 3 years. It really just depends on your skin type. So for me, I feel like I'm at the point right now where it's getting very close to where I need a touch up. You'll see in the next clip that I still have a little bit of the pigment in there. I mean, I definitely still have more than what I started with, because I literally had like no eyebrows. I have like a little tiny like clunk of hair right there, and that's it. I had no tail, I had no beginning. I would say after 9 or 10 months, I noticed like, okay, it's definitely time for me to get retouched. So if you have oily skin, I would recommend that after your second, like you get your first time and then you have to go back in for a retouch after 6 weeks. So after your 6 weeks retouch, I would give it about 9 months for it to be like perfect. You know what I mean? Like I definitely noticed around 9 months that I was like, okay, it's definitely fading out. It's not quite as like pigmented or like perfect as it was before. So I definitely still have to, and I have actually this whole time still gone over with my eyebrow pencil and my eyebrow gel, just because once you have foundation on, it's quite difficult to kind of stay away from that area. So you do get a little bit of powder or a little bit of foundation on your brows. So you kind of just have to like go back in and like touch them up. But what I love about them the most is that you always have a base to copy, and she did such a beautiful job with mine. Like the shape that she did was just so beautiful and so flattering for my face shape, that it just made it super easy for me to just be able to every day quickly just kind of touch it up and like fill it in without having to start from scratch every day and having like one eyebrow looking crazy, the other one's like flatter, the other one's higher. Like it was such a constant battle for me trying to get my eyebrows even every time. So that's why I think it is absolutely worth it to go to a professional, get them microbladed if you don't have eyebrows, of course. I mean, I just literally had a tiny little nub of brow, and it was just so nice that she shaped them in a way that I never would have thought to shape them. She did such a beautiful job. What I also love is that if you are someone who doesn't wear makeup, now I really try not to not wear makeup if I'm going out, because I'm very self-conscious of my face without makeup on. And that's totally like, it's up to you. Some people have beautiful skin and they're very comfortable not wearing makeup. I'm not comfortable at all. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to look people in the eye. It's just because my skin is just not cute. It's horrible. I have acne, I have scarring, I have pigmentation, I have redness. Like my skin is just not pretty without makeup on, in my opinion. And so I don't feel comfortable to ever go anywhere without makeup on. Like I'll wear no makeup in my home, but if I'm gonna go out to go to the grocery store, to go to the beach, I don't feel comfortable if someone might possibly see me without makeup on, and that's just my problem that I have to worry about. And luckily not everybody feels that way about their own skin. If my skin was nice, I wouldn't have a problem, but my skin is not nice. And so until the day that I have nice skin and I don't have any pigmentation or acne scarring or zits, because I've spent probably thousands of dollars fixing it on, you know, laser treatments and who knows what, which is not happening at the moment, I'm just gonna be a person that always wears makeup if I'm going out of the house. So For me, it doesn't really matter if I've got no makeup on. However, what I do love is that when I am walking around my house and I don't have any makeup on, I still have an eyebrow, which is really quite nice when you have no eyebrows and then all of a sudden you always have eyebrows on. It's just like such a great feeling to know that you don't look as weird as you did before, because I literally just had like this little like piece of eyebrow before and it was just like so weird looking. So it is nice that, like, you know, once I take my makeup off, I still do have eyebrows. And that's what I love about microblading the most, is that I still feel a slight bit better about my face when I don't have makeup on, because I do at least have eyebrows on. And it's just so convenient. It's so nice. If someone does wipe off your eyebrow when you have makeup on, there's still an eyebrow underneath. Like, it's just so nice to be able to like have that stencil or that base to just kind of follow and copy every morning when I am applying the rest of my eyebrow makeup. So I really love it. It's something that I would highly recommend to anyone thinking about it. It is pricey. It's not something that is just going to be a $50 thing. But once you do make that big, like, initial kind of like investment, you know, it will probably last you. Like, for me, it's been a year and 2 months. So, I mean, that's still, you're getting your money's worth, because it is a lot at first, but that's lasting you. If you think about your hair, I spend a lot of money on my hair every 8 weeks, and that's a consistent thing that I have to do every single 8 weeks. So if I were to pay that whole chunk to last me a year and 2 months, it would be way more than what an eyebrow or microblading costs for your actual brows. So if you break it down by month of how long it lasts, I think it's actually a really great it's a great way to spend your money, in my opinion, because it's just saved so much time to my makeup routine. It makes me feel better when I don't have makeup on, as far as like this part of my face goes. And it just makes everything so much easier, and it just looks prettier. I mean, my eyebrow shape is so much better than anything that I could have ever done. The girl that I went to is Julia. She works out of Microblading LA, down in LA. I actually traveled to Fresno, which is 4-hour drive from me. I don't know if she continues to go to Fresno. I actually need to contact her because I need to touch up. But I know that she is in LA. So if you are in the LA area, I would absolutely recommend her. I will leave her Instagram down below so that you guys can contact her if you want to, because she is honestly the best person that I've ever seen as far as microblading. Her work is flawless. It's beautiful. She's a perfectionist. She does such a great job. And not only is she amazing at what she does, but she's such a kind and very inspiring person. Her story is beautiful. She makes you feel like you've been friends with her forever when you're sitting in her chair. She's just absolutely fabulous. I love her. Her name is Julia Faria. She always tells me how to say the last name and I say it wrong. But I will leave her Instagram down below. She's just absolutely fabulous, you guys. I would highly recommend her. That's who I will continue going to get mine done, because I love the way she did mine, and I think that's the important part, is doing your research and finding someone that does good work. Look at their Instagram, look at their before and afters. Take your time to find someone that does know what they're doing, because this is permanent. It is gonna stay on your face for a long time. And if you walk out of there and your eyebrows are jacked up, it's not coming off. You can't fix it. It's on there until it fades out. So do your research, but I would highly recommend Julia. I think she is just amazing. I'm gonna go into the clip of me now with nothing on so you guys can see exactly what they look like without makeup, but this is what they look like, obviously, once I've stenciled them in, or, you know, filled them in.
Okay, so here is my eyebrows with absolutely nothing on, and this lighting is actually a little warm because it was at nighttime, but you can see that there are a little bit of like, it's not quite as dark right there, especially. It's kind of faded out a little bit, but you can see it's still there. Like, you can see the few hairs that I do have. I still have a shape there, and it's really pretty good. It's just that it is a little patchier than it was before. It has faded out quite a bit. So that's why I think it's time for me to have a touch up. But you can see those individual strokes right in the front there. So for it being a year and 2 months, it's pretty darn good, especially seeing as I have like no eyebrows.
There you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed that and found it helpful. Again, I will leave Julia's information down below. I don't know if she's taking new clients. I'm hoping she does because she's amazing. She also teaches classes if you want to be able to do microblading yourself. I've actually considered it, but I feel like I would be really scared. I feel like that's like such a permanent thing that if I mess one up, I would be super nervous. But she does actually do classes down in Microblading LA as well. So if you are interested in becoming someone to do microblading, then you can take her class. I think she does it with the other lady that works at Microblading LA, and you guys can actually become certified in it as well. So definitely check her out. She's amazing. You guys will not be disappointed if you use her. What I also love is that the pigment that she chose, like the shade, was spot on for my coloring. She does such a great job. It's not too warm. It hasn't faded out to a pink or a purple or a mauve tone. Like, it's just still a really beautiful, like, just ash blonde color. So she's amazing. I love it. It's the best thing that I ever did for my eyebrows. I would highly recommend it to anybody. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you found this helpful. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.